Hello everyone. This is Casey Beeralt. I'm the State Regulatory Specialist and part of the Public Policy Panel. I'm here today to talk briefly about the process of a bill becoming a law. So as you can see here, we have a great example of how a bill becomes a law at the state level. We wanted to do a short, informative clip on this as legislative session for North Dakota is coming upon us, and our licensure law has been being revised as a new bill for this session. We want our members to be able to understand the process and help us along the way by being able to advocate for our bill so that it does become a law. So let's get started with just kind of the basic process of how a bill becomes a law at the state level. So as you can see from this diagram, number one, someone says to a legislator there ought to be a law. So all laws, all bills start by an idea. So the idea for us obviously has been looking at our licensure law and knowing that it needed to be updated. So that's what they've been working on, is updating that licensure law. So once that is updated, it becomes that bill, and that bill moves on and we find a legislator that is willing to sponsor that bill. Once you find a legislator that's willing to sponsor that bill, then the bill gets introduced in either the House or the Senate. It depends on which chamber, but it's introduced in one of the chambers. So for this process, let's say it's introduced in the House. So that sponsor is going to introduce the bill to the chamber. It gives its first reading, it receives a number, and then it goes to a committee. It goes to a committee in that house to start with. So in the committee, the sponsor requests a public hearing for the bill. The committee discusses the bill and hears comments. This one is huge. So number 4 on here is just huge because this is where public participation is encouraged. This is where we need our members to be out and about. We need you guys to be able to advocate for the bill by sending emails to your representative. We'll have people testifying in support of the bill. Because then, once the committee considers it, the committee can either decide what to do next. And what we hope happens, and we're going to talk about things as we go through this as if everything goes according to plan, is that committee will pass the bill and send it to the floor. Hopefully with very little or no amendments. So once that bill is sent to the floor has consideration. So the bill is placed on a calendar for a floor vote, and the bill is read for a third time and faces debate by all members of the House then. So it goes back through kind of the same process. All members of the House then are considering this bill and if they want it to be passed. Our goal and our hope is obviously that the bill is passed, and if the bill is passed, then it's sent to the other chamber. So it made it through that House of Representatives. Everybody has agreed to pass that bill, but it still has to go through the Senate. So then once it goes through the Senate, it goes through that same process in the Senate until it will hopefully be approved over there as well. And once it is approved by both the House of Representatives and the Senate, then it is sent to the governor for the governor to sign. And as long as the governor signs, obviously, then that bill becomes a law. So that's just kind of a brief synopsis of how this works. This diagram gets a little bit more detailed in that too, of kind of what happens if things don't go exactly according to plan. Our hope is it goes like that. It is approved by both the House, the Senate, and then signed into law by the governor. Thank you.